You may enter the component by typing its name, such as oxygen or water, or its chemical formula, such as O2 for oxygen and H2O for water. Once you type in the name of a compound or its chemical formula, let's say I'm looking for water, so double click here, then type in water, and then once you hit enter, Aspen Plus will complete the entries for the rest of columns, titled here type, component name, and allies. If, of course, inadvertently you type in a word or formula that is not recognized by Aspen Plus, then it will not complete the missing information, with the understanding that you, the user, will introduce this new component to Aspen Plus environment through the user-defined data bank. Now, regarding the component type that you can see here, there is 6 major classes that can be dealt with in Aspen Plus, and these are conventional, solid, non-conventional, pseudo-component, assay and bland, polymer, oligomer and segment, and finally hypothetical liquid. For conventional, these are single-species fluids. They could be vapors or liquids and may participate in vapor-liquid phase equilibrium. For solid, these are single-species solids. Their properties are calculated by solid-based models. We shall see this in detail further ahead. For non-conventional, these are solids that are not pure chemical species. They are not represented as molecular component such as coal or wood pulp. They are characterized using component attributes and do not participate in chemical or phase equilibrium. For assay and bland, these are components representing petroleum fractions, characterized by boiling point, molecular weight, specific gravity, and other properties. For polymers and segment and oligomers, these are components used in polymer models, such as polypropylene or polyethylene. Finally, hypothetical liquids are components that are mainly used in pyrometallurgical applications. When modeling these components as a liquid, their properties should be extrapolated from solid properties, for example, modeling the carbon in molten steel. Okay, now you may search for a given component via clicking on the button Find that you can see here. Once you click on it, the Find Component window will show up. Here you can enter the search keyword either as a name or chemical formula within the dedicated text box that you can see here. The search criterion must be specified whether the search phrase begins with, contains, or exactly equals to the entered keyword that you will type here. Each criterion of search will definitely give different number of matched cases. The search criterion contains is broader than the other 2 criteria. In addition, you may refine the search by selecting the class of compounds from the list that you can see here, as being, for example, aliphatic, aromatic, polymer, inorganic salt, and so on. You can also select by entering the range of any of the 2 physical properties that you can see here, molecular weight with the ranges, or boiling points with the ranges, and you can specify the unit for temperature. Let's say that we are looking for example, butane. So I can type in here butane and then hit Find Now. Let's look for butane with contains and then with equals and see the different results. So click here on Find Now. And then, as you can see here, a lot of components contains butane. However, if I select equals, then the only component I will have is normal butane, which is the component I'm looking for. Okay, so if you know exactly the name of the component, then type it in here, then select equals. And if you don't know it, select contains so that you have a broader choice. Okay? So after you decide on the right component, for example in our case here butane, select it like this, then click on the button Add Selected Compounds. And as you can see, it appears here. Finally, to finish off this video, keep in mind Aspen Plus was able to find butane because butane was in the data banks we have selected in a previous video. Now you can find these data banks under this tab here. Recall, we have selected these data banks in previous video. Now, if you look for a component and you don't find it and Aspen Plus doesn't find it, then simply because it is not included in the data banks you have selected previously. So all you have to do, you can select another data bank that contain your component, for example, this one here, and add it to the selected data banks using the following arrow. Then click on Compounds and search again for your component.